Gold. Chapter 2, Part 4. "You all right, mister?" The man's voice came through the roar of the fire, and he recognized that the man was a fireman. He was safe. He said, "I tried to save them, but they were already dead." The fireman nodded. "You say there's some folks inside?" "We'll check that out." "You'll be all right. You stay back here," he said, and moved away. John fell back exhausted, his skin touching the gravestones. He could feel the smooth marble against his face. A state police officer came up beside him and kneeled to talk. He asked, "You all right?" John nodded. "Who are you?" the officer asked. Before John could answer, a roof timber crashed in the building, sending up a flurry of sparks. The officer shielded John as the bits of flame dropped around them, pieces of ash drifting in the hot air. "I'm John Neal, a lawyer from River Sunday." The man went on. "What were you doing here, Neal?" John realized from the man's tone that he was a suspect in setting the fire. John said, "I came up here to see Brother Timothy. I found him dead inside. I told the fireman. The two monks who live here are dead, side by side in there." He didn't relate his suspicions that they had been killed. The police would figure that out soon enough. "So it was burning when you got here?" "Yes, sir. I didn't set it, if that's what you mean." The policeman scanned John's face and noticed his shorts and polo shirt. "No, you don't look much like a firebug. Did you see anybody else?" John said, "No." The officer stood and shrugged. "The ambulance is on the way," he said. "We'll have them check you out." John lay back exhausted. He turned his head and his eyes were close to the cut stonework. He read the chiseled words. "Find treasure in these words. Clean and anoint the feet of their enemy in absolute humility, so that he may no longer be thine enemy, but become thy friend in mutual respect. Brother James, 1868. And then below he read in a different script, "Brother James showed us the stars, yet died from earthly battle scars, without the treasure he sought." He closed his eyes. He realized that someone besides Father Tom and Brother Timothy had known about the delivery of the money. Most likely, John thought, when it didn't come on time, a murderer had tried to force the secret of its location from the old brothers, and had killed them when they couldn't tell where it was. John studied the farmland behind him, looking over the tops of the gravestones. He saw woodland, thickly grown with loblollies and nothing else. The thought began chilling him, even in the midst of the heat from the nearby fire. The killer might be out there watching. John might be a target too, a target just as much as those two old monks had been. The killer would stalk him, watching for what John found out about the money. Then his inner strength came back, moving through his limbs and mind. It was the same perseverance that had got him through prize fights in school, the same dedication to winning. It was what had made him come to River Sunday when all his classmates warned him he'd go broke. He stood up and yelled in an angry voice, aiming his words at the scorched woodline, loud enough to be heard over the fire. "I'm personally going to make sure you never get your hands on any of Father Tom's money, you murderous son of a bitch."